Okay, let's take this from the top again, guys.
I'm a Christian and I am a filmmaker. I'm not necessarily a Christian filmmaker. I think who I am comes through in my work, but it doesn't, I hope it doesn't label me in the idea that people think, oh, well, I know what I expect from his film, because you'll be surprised. I don't think you'll get that. You'll get just a good story well told. That's what I do. You bump into me enough around and you just know who I am. More times than not, I've had many people say to me, wow, there's something different about you. What is this? What is this peace that you have? You know, let your light shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Not come out, proselytize, and get 250 crew members to listen to a sermon. You know, we're all there to do a job, and they're working with me and for me to tell a good story to the world. So I'm just grateful to be in the position I am to be able to do that. Everything that I am today is really based on my faith and obedience and praying and hearing God's guiding in my life. You know, 20 odd years ago, about that, I came to work at Crossroads. And again, the idea that why I came here is because God called me to come here. Even though it was 180 degrees in the opposite direction of where I thought I wanted to go, I followed what He said to do. And I can trace today what I'm doing as a motion picture writer-director working with Hollywood stars exactly back to that obedience 20 years ago for coming here to Crossroads. Because as I look at my life and all these different points in it, I can see all like connect the dots on how these things came about.
Action!
Believe without doubt in Him, and you'll see amazing things, because I have. Don't let go of that. Even if you're mocked and made fun of, that's okay. As long as you know that in your heart of hearts that you're doing exactly what He's called you to do. And I do, because many, many times in my life, over and over again, I've had encouragement from Him on that, to stay the path. And so it's exactly what I'm doing. That's where the greatest happiness comes from, is doing what He's actually called you to do.
Go, 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 go!
In the world of show business, the world is really business as well as show. And so there's a time to release these types of films. Like in the wintertime, you'll find and the Christmas time, you'll find the family films. And in the summer, you'll find the big blockbusters. In the fall and in the spring would be the time to see a film like Trade of Innocence, which deals with real issues and very dark places. But there's hope. There's hope for sure that flows through the story, and it's done really exactly what I was setting out to do, to tell a story of hope, reconciliation, redemption, set against the backdrop of the sex trade. But it's a worldwide issue. It happens here in our country, unfortunately, and it's modern day slavery. Slavery is alive and well, and you can read the statistics if you like, but behind drugs and weapons is the third largest moneymaker of organized crime, human trafficking.
I chose to do this film because I felt that it really shone a light specifically on the issue of grown men around the world buying the services of children for sex, which as a mother is just one of the most morally reprehensible, untenable things that is occurring daily across the world. And I don't think people really know about it.
Some movies you just need to do, and this was one of them for me. There's not a lot of movies I can think of that take on a topic this heavy. It's 10 times the reward of doing a movie that's just interesting or fun. This is a gift to be able to appear in films like this.
In the movie, Trait of Innocence, you'll see a scene that I actually lived. I was in a hotel, a big prominent hotel in Phnom Penh with a few members of the team, and we saw which wasn't a father-daughter situation, we saw a date night with a man in his early 60s probably, and a little girl that was about 8 years old. He began to just rub his hand on her legs, and this is not something the dad does with the daughter. And requested a song by the band who was playing in that place, Puppy Love. When he played the song, I mean, I was beside myself. I was angry, and we did what we could to track him down. If you watch the film, the movie Trait of Innocence, you could put me right there in that situation, chasing this guy down with the little girl. Watch the movie and see what happened.
It's very accurate in its depiction of how children are sold by unscrupulous pimps, and also how American citizens, as well as citizens of all other countries, let's not say it's just an American problem by any way, but they will go on vacation and buy a child's services as part of that vacation.
This is happening. It's happening all over the world. And there are children that won't make it out, and the children that will make it out. And our job is to change the odds.
It is entertaining. Okay, it's a Hollywood movie with motorcycle chases and fights and chasing down the bad guys and big elaborate sets. But it's all based on reality, on truth, on people, real people on the front lines who make a difference.
There's no ignoring this anymore. There's no avoiding it. It's going to be one of the more difficult issues globally to correct.
It just has to be something that we as a world of caring individuals, of moral people, say no to and really get active about it rather than just deploring it but then walking away.
Action, action, action!
For me, the greatest movie that I've always watched is about truth, and it's about life, and it's about reality. If you want to watch a movie that has truth, honesty, passion, and also entertains you at the same time while it moves your heart, then go see The Trait of Innocence. This movie is about life.
I think this film could be an excellent tool to help in the fight against the commercial sexual exploitation of children.
If you're doing what you've been made to do, you'll be the happiest person ever. And you know, you don't have to be a movie director. You could be just a mom doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's the happiest thing. And you're affecting change, ripples that make a change in the world. That it's very important and significant.
Just seeing this movie is a step in the right direction. The producers and director and writer, cast, all came together to make something that feels important.